Welcome to the Art of Hitting channel. We got a good one for you today. Put out a video about 9 months ago on Frank wants to improve his hitting. And we're going to get back with Frank and see how he's done over the 9 months. This is an enjoyable one for me because Frank has really done his job. 9 months ago, we put out a video on Frank, and this is Frank right here. And we're going to revisit Frank's progress. Frank, how did we, tell them how we met, because it's kind of a humorous story if you hadn't heard it. We'll do it quickly.
Okay, I hadn't played softball ever. I played baseball in high school.
50 years, right?
50 years,
yeah.
And came out and was terrible. And I was playing at Post Road and saw Ed. At that time, Ed was like the best hitter there. He was smacking him all over the place. So I went up to Ed and asked him if he would give me tips and help me learn how to hit better.
And I said, yeah. And the story goes on a little bit. I said, sure, I'll help you. And I guess I told him how great I was. All I was doing was I didn't know if he knew me from Johnny Appleseed. So, he took it like, oh, he's all full of himself, But I am all full of myself. Everybody knows that. But then later, he came up to me and says, look, I can probably help you too. And I said, now, just exactly how can you help me? Because I know everything. No, I didn't say that. But I said, just exactly how can you help me? He said, well, you're a little heavy. Yeah, I didn't pop him. No, I didn't pop him. I thought it was funny. And he was probably right, because I was heavy. That's why I wear tight shirts, so I don't get too heavy. So I laughed at, some of my best buddies call me fat, so that's no problem.
Well, you told me your stomach was all muscle.
It was, too. Did you hit it?
Yeah.
Was it hard?
It was hard, but...
But what?
I don't believe it.
That's pretty hard, too.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Okay, enough of the fun and games. So we're going to look at Frank. Well, the one thing I did in recommendations, once Dan and I looked at his swing, and we put that out there, and it'll be in front of this video. We changed his grip. He had that normal grip. We changed the overlap grip. My thinking there was, God, he ain't hitting 50 years, so why train him to do this when this will help him? Because I believe this grip helps not the power hitter necessarily. It does help the power hitter. It gives them 25 feet more, 15 feet more. It does that. The longer the lever, the faster the bat, all that stuff. You all know that. But listen, I know another guy in our league, Dan Diritani. I taught him 10 years ago how to do overlap grip. And Dan, I love him. He's a great guy. He got the worst swing in the world, dude. But he gets his hit because he'll go down there and flip it like that. He'll hit balls he can't hit normally. And Frank, what do you think of the fact that I changed the overlap grip?
Well, at the time, I had the standard swing grip, and I didn't have a good follow. You told me to use it. I was skeptical. I wasn't using it. All of a sudden, one day, after you let me join the hitting club, came out here, and I just, for one reason, I did it without really thinking, and it was very comfortable, and I started using it after that, and my follow-through improved drastically.
Yeah, and I want to tell you, you're going to see these videos. We'll have a few slow motion swings. Now you'll see some improvement. Unfortunately, I did in the first round. The second round, I want to tell you, and I didn't have a chance to tell you yet, you were hitting it tough, man. It's almost like, holy shit, is he really doing that? I mean, you gotta remember that he's, the hitting, the hit where we play at Sherwood, it's guys are from, 65 to 80. And there's one guy's got, God bless him, he's only got one eye, one guy can't hear. Well, I got two ears and I can't hear either, but what I'm saying is they're dealing with issues. It's out there for fun. But this guy, I think he struck out a couple of times, right? Yeah. I mean, he was really starting from the beginning. But where he's at now is amazing. And he says it's Ed. But look, I gave him some information. But you can give a lot of people information. Like I said before, you can lead a horse to water. You can't make them drink. This guy's done extra things like hitting off a tee. I'm not a big fan of hitting off a tee, but with him doing hitting off tees, had a lot of success. My buddy Vance on our Venom team, he's great success hitting off a tee. So I'm a big tee guy now. Not that I do it, but I like the tee. So Frank, all I can say to him, he's a hard worker. He'll, I think we brought up the fact that, well, I guess we didn't yet. He's a liberal. I'm a conservative, independent, whatever. We don't see eye to eye on that kind of stuff. And we had some rocky roads, but we put that behind us because this is about softball, not all this politics shit. They try to, beat us together. Good thing. Well, I'm not going to say that, but keep it right here. Look, watch this video. It's a good video, and it shows an improvement that one guy can make if he takes some advice and works hard. This is a hard-working guy right here. Now, this was Frank's first round with us 9 months ago. You know, if you look at it, it's hardly any motion. I mean, you don't have to be a hidden instructor to figure out what he's not. Look at his legs, look at his stance. He's dropping his hands. We got on him about dropping his hands. Not got on him. But we deal in positive motivation when we do coaching. I say we, Dan and I. Dan's like my co-host on our Dugout channel, and when we talk to people and coach them, we're stay on the positive side. Now, this is what Dan and I had said. This is his first swing. He comes around, not all that bad. I mean, if you look at him, he took that step right. And he came around, but he seemed to stop right there. Is that the way you saw it? How do you see it?
Yeah, he's got good weight transfer. A couple things that could be improved, maybe the follow through and his plant foot.
Doesn't look like he's loading right, but let's go to the next one. The next next one. Step, not bad. You see, he's out, he's back. He's dropping his bat here. Dropping his hands. Still got his hands back. I don't know. I for some reason, looks like he's got well, let's see how he follows through. See, he doesn't keep that back foot place. He's out. But he's watching it. That's not, I mean, but then he stops right there. What I do is make it one count. Look, down. Oh, look. Now you drop. Your first move, you ain't even stepped yet and you dropped your hands. Look. Drop your hands. Drop your hands. No, Frank. No, Frank. No. And then you step. See, when you step, okay, now, you see, you step, your hands are back now, but you came up and down. Now you're coming around, and you're coming around pretty good, but it's an extra movement, and that's not a bad swing there, but you don't go through it. Now let's switch, cut that. Ready? Yep. Here we go with Dan. Now watch Dan, his hands are up here, and I'm gonna do the same move. Look, I went, look, boom. Look, you see, you don't see Dan's hands moving, do you? You see Dan's hands moving? No, that's the big thing. His hands are not moving. And then he comes around, his body's out there, he's ready to throw his hands. Now the hands are back, and he brings that thing around, he's turning his hips, rotating his feet. It's all synergistic. Now, I don't expect you to do all that right away, man. It takes a long time to get, but you got to get close to that. You got to fundamentally, don't drop your hands. Hold your bat like that, and come around with your body, and then your hands. And I'm going to tell you that what I've seen you do out in the park looks really good. But if you get these mechanics down, you're going to really surprise most of those guys out there, because you're coming around and you listen, which is pretty amazing. For most people don't listen. I try to tell guys out there little things to help them, but they don't want to listen. And that proves that you're a professional in all that you do. Doesn't mean you're a professional softball player, but it means you know what the old saying is by Darwin. It says, not the strongest species that survive or the most intelligent. It's the one most adaptable to change. And when you well, let's just review what we had Frank focus on. The first thing was the use of the overlap grip, and the overlap grip is I think was fundamental to his success, but his hard work was a big thing. Let's go to the 4 things that we suggested. We wanted you to get some quality swings on quality pitches. Of course, the overlap grip. Don't drop your hands. Try to be as efficient as you can with out extra movement. Be aggressive at bat and perform and execute, and that's the key. We put back in here the the swing from Frank's first outing with us, and you can see. Just focus on that. See, look, just there's no rhythm. There's no he's not loading right. His weight's all over the place. There's all kinds of things wrong. Yeah, we didn't really, we said, hey, he was doing some things right at different times. Of course, this is the first couple of swings, and he worked on it. And his effort and his work and listening to what we showed him. Watch this next swing. I mean, look at this. This is him now. Look at that. Look at. There's a rhythm in his swing. He's swinging all the way through. It's a different looking player for sure. It's really rewarding as a coach. Look at this. I mean, it looks like he knows what he's doing, and he does. He does well. Look at this. Look, his stride. He's still loaded, hands back, coming around, and he's still got work to do. Yeah, but that is so much an improvement. Look at that. It's so much different. Rewind it and watch it again. It's hard to believe. Watch this. Look at this. His head. Look, he's watching the ball hit the bat. Unbelievable. John, you know Frank's journey, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you were here when he first came out. Tell me how you see it, how it went down. This guy mowing that grass. I'm gonna, go ahead. How'd that journey go down?
He's doing really, really well. When he first was out here, I don't know he could get the ball to the infield. And weak hits and not hit. And I just watched him today. He didn't progress over the last 4, 5, 6 months. I don't get to see him play games, but I can just see out here that making better contact, a little flatter swing, getting a little more power.
Yeah, he says he was 14 for 18, so he keeps track of that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah, he's come around, huh? Overlap grip too, buddy.
He's done good.
Stanley, tell me about Frank when you first saw him.
The first time I saw Frank, we were up at Post Road. This guy was terrible. He couldn't hit it past the pitcher. He couldn't catch nothing. The guy's like 70 years old, and I thought, I don't want that guy on my team. But then, after working with Ed Rose, he got the overhand grip, and ever since then, he's been knocking the ball really well and making some really good catches in the outfield. He attributes all that to Ed Rose and a lot of hard work. So I would have him on my team now.
Well, I'll tell you this, he does say, hey, Ed, but I'll tell you what, you can there's guys you can tell things to, they'll take it and they'll just, think it happens automatically, but you got to have hard work. And he's a hard-working dude, man. He got out there, he hits off that tee, which is a great thing. He's got a positive attitude. He's got all the ingredients to improve, and he's certainly improving.
Yep.
Okay, thanks for the input. Frank, that's a nice logo on your back. Who is that guy?
No idea.
No idea. Okay. Frank, I can only tell you I enjoyed this this video more than most I put together. You really work hard, and you deserve everything you got, man. I hope you're proud of it because you worked hard, buddy. Looks really good. Hey, get some of your friends to subscribe to this channel, man. Come on now.